short ceremony is Mother's Day, and usually you look to sentient being. What you can see, like we can see not so many sentient beings. You see some human beings, some animals. You look, those sentient beings has a mother. Actually, we have 4 different ways to born. Miraculously born, worm born, or then is another one's egg born or double born. Then another one's to be born from womb. You look to this. Most of mother is really nice. Really, they take care of their children. Even no idea where they come from, but they just like it that. You see? Most of the animal or human beings just like die for children, die for. That much love. So that is the reason we need love taught to a little bit mother. So if you get that idea, then we can expand to the love and compassion taught to all beings. So Buddhist technique is like that. You just one place your development is like main model, then you just produce like that. Or another language is one make original, then copy and paste all beings. So therefore, today you need to teach about what you know Buddhism.
Yes, thank you, Khenpo. My name is Mark, and for the true happiness of all beings, I will become Buddha in this very life. Therefore, I will joyfully teach you Dharma. So, when we don't recognize that all beings have been our mother countless times, we do the most strange and bizarre things. One of them is, this is based on a discussion we had a few days ago, one of them is fishing. One of them is catch and release fishing, as though letting it go afterwards so you're not killing this creature is somehow more humane. So we drop our baited hook into the water, and we wait for a fish, and when we get that little nibble, we yank on the line, and we sink this hook deep into the cheek of a living creature, and yank it, reel it in, out of the water so it can no longer breathe, and squeeze it and grab it, and tear the hook out, and throw it back for entertainment. So, what makes us think that this is acceptable? What makes us think that it's somehow okay to do this to a fish, but it's not okay to do this to other things? I mean, would you practice catch and release with kittens? Like a little kitten? Yeah, I know, you're smiling. It's like you have to either smile and giggle and laugh or cry. Like it's that bad. To imagine doing that, a kitten, little cat treat, hook in there, little furry creature clawing against the carpet, you pull it in, maybe stick it under some water or something where it can't breathe. I mean, that's what you're doing to the fish. People have no idea. Don't think about that at all. It's just something we do in our ignorance because we don't recognize what's going on. Well, actually, the kitten's not so bad. Would you do that to your mother? I mean, that fish has been your mother, but we don't think about stuff like that. We just engage in whatever conduct we think will satisfy us at that time, satisfy our boredom, or satisfy our pride. Look at this big fish I caught. Look at all these beings I killed. I'm so good. And we have no idea who these beings are and who these beings have been in the past. So, when we recognize that these beings have been our mothers, we would never do that. We would never do that to anyone. These beings have supported us in the past. These beings have nourished us in the past. These beings have given us everything. You know, the food out of their own mouths, the clothes off their own back so that we could survive. You know, and every time, because of this relationship we've had over countless lifetimes, because we've been each other's mothers so many times, we have an effect on each other. It's called interdependence. I mean, not only has your mother taken care of you, but the people who take care of your mother indirectly take care of you. So when your mother gives you soup, it's a gift from her, yeah, but it's also a gift from the person who grew the potato. It's a gift from the person who made the bowl. It's a gift from the person who chopped the wood for the fire. And this ripples out and out and out and out and out infinitely. Basically, what you do to one mother in any moment is what you do to all mothers. Because your intention and your action, your speech, carry out into all universes. So, knowing that we depend on each other, like a child depends on its mother for happiness and suffering, not that it's caused, but it's the condition. It's a necessary condition. Our mother wasn't the cause for our present life, but she was a necessary condition. As Kempo briefly mentioned before, there are 4 different ways to be born. They're not all through a womb. You know, in some places, God realms and hell realms, you are born miraculously, you appear. But that appearance relies on countless causes and conditions as deeply and interconnectedly as you relied on your mother to come into this world. In every moment, because we affect all beings, in that way we are actually the mother of suffering, or we are the mother of happiness for all beings in all universes. Every time you practice positive thinking, you are the mother of happiness for all beings. Now, knowing this, and knowing that, yes, for them you're the condition, but for yourself you're the cause, what will you choose to do? What will you choose to meditate on? So, you're holding this fish, gasping for air, and you throw it back in the water. And if this contemplation has gone through your mind at that moment, you know you made a mistake. You know that you were the mother of suffering in that moment, and that that fish directly and all beings indirectly were like children suffering. And that action, the energy produced by that action, will remain in all time, in all universes, until it's exhausted or antidoted. But now, you have a choice. It's the next present moment. And you get to decide what you're going to do with it. You get to decide what kind of mother you want to be for all beings, and how you want to treat all beings who have been your mother. So, what are we going to choose? What are we going to meditate on? What's going to be the conduct of our body, speech, and mind? Knowing that we are all equal in that we've all been each other's mothers. We're all equal in that our happiness and suffering lean on each other. That's a little bit of equanimity wisdom. And then what we do with that, what we meditate on, there are some suggestions within Buddhism that will cause happiness for you, invariably, and will be the condition for all beings' happiness. You will be giving birth to happiness in all universes. You will be giving all conditions of happiness to every being with your thinking, if you know how thinking works and if you meditate properly. So we meditate on things like compassion. May all beings be free from suffering and negative thinking. So in every moment I will do my best to not create suffering for myself or others. In every moment, I will wish everyone to be free of all conditions of suffering, and to be free from the causes of suffering, especially negative thinking. We have meditations like love, where we want every being to be happy. We want them to have the causes of happiness, positive thinking, and we want them to have every little condition of happiness, down to the tiniest little thing, an ice cream cone on a hot day, a smile from just any person that they pass on the street, the little things that add a little spark of joy to life. We want all of them to have that. And when we think in this way, we affect all of our mothers, when we affect ourselves most deeply. Another thing we do is rejoice. We practice joy. We want everyone to have the best happiness. We're happy when they're happy. And that creates, it's almost like the technology of perpetual motion happiness. Ooh, I'm happy when you're happy. And that makes you a little happier, because my happiness is a condition for your happiness. And when you're a little happier, I'm a little happier because I'm still rejoicing. And then it just goes back and forth. And pretty soon we have a happiness explosion. We have an explosion of joy. And if we have the sincere intention that every being be free from all suffering and have all causes and conditions of happiness and become true happiness forever, that happiness explosion we create is called enlightenment. And then it won't be long before all of us are free from suffering and the causes of suffering. It won't be long before we have repaid our mother's kindness in all those lifetimes. And it will not be long until we have fulfilled the love and aspirations of all boundless Buddhas in all universes. Thank you so much, and I dedicate all merit gathered in the 3 times, especially in teaching Dharma, to all motherly sentient beings. May all beings have happiness in the causes of happiness, be free from suffering in the causes of suffering, never be separated from sublime bliss beyond delusion and illusion, and always remain in absolute equanimity beyond fear and hope.